Hello, friends. Welcome to another great episode of Java and Journeys with Jillian. We are here today at Dezerland. I have never been to Dezerland before, so I'm super excited to check it out. We're celebrating my husband's birthday, so we are going to hang out and do a few things today. One is going to be Dezerland. The other is checking out the new Primark that just opened up at the Florida Mall. Apparently, they have a whole floor dedicated to Disney stuff, so we're going to check that out. And then we're going to go to the Hoop-Dee-Doo Revue at Wilderness later on this evening, and maybe, depending on how we're feeling, how the energy and the vibe is going, we may check out Halloween Horror Nights, which, as some of you may have seen some that went to the kickoff last night. Halloween Horror Nights has started. It is in full swing at Universal, located here in Orlando, Florida. They are starting the full night of events today, so we may try to check that out if our energy is still up for that. Otherwise, we're going to be going to Halloween Horror Nights this weekend to celebrate Labor Day and just having some time off and hanging out. So looking forward to this journey with you all. Let's go into Dezerland. So here is the parking lot. We're walking up into the building. Right now it is a Friday afternoon. Dezerland opens up around noon during the week, and it doesn't look too crowded judging the parking lot situation right now, so I hope that it stays that way. Part of the reason why we decided to come out this time of day is to avoid a lot of the crowds and hopefully have a good time. You can book reservations for many of the activities that Dezerland offers. So what we may be targeting today will be the go-karting, the car museum, as well as the glow golf, and we'll see if we're in the mood for anything else. I think we may also check out the pinball arcade. So I am excited. This is very neat out here. It looks so massive. And hopefully, if we have a good time here, we'll come back and maybe try bowling. They also have a movie theater inside Dezerland. Really, I kind of think of this as your one-stop shop for a lot of fun things. So there's something for everyone here, especially if you want to do something different other than the typical Disney stuff or even Universal stuff. So I'm excited to check out Dezerland and see what it's all about on the inside. We did not book any reservations again because we're coming here earlier in the day. So I am hoping that things won't be too busy. I think if you're gonna come on the weekend, if you're gonna come like in the middle of the afternoon or so, you may want to consider booking a reservation. But for us, we're just like playing it low key and just seeing what's up. Wow. This is very neat. So you see how expansive this space is, and like I said before, it's not too crazy crowded or busy out here. I love this. I'm feeling very good about our decision to come this time of day. But you see some of the classic cars and things. Really, these are vehicles from different shows or movies. But here's the entirety of the space toward the front entrance. And of course, this is massive. So we're just going to take a quick walk around. I think we're going to start with the go-karting first. So I will show you all that area as we migrate over. Okay, we are walking over to the go-kart area. And again, this space is absolutely massive. But I am looking forward to trying this out. And here you can see the sign for the different experiences. So, I mean, literally, you could spend a whole day here if you wanted to. Here's a little viewing/seating area. And you can see the sign for the go-karts, but here's the course and what it looks like. I am so excited to try it. I've actually never gone go-karting before. This is going to be a first for me because I have never done it, so I'm super pumped to try it out. And My sister's a gamer, my husband's a gamer. You all have seen Whitney in some of my videos. They are probably gonna crush me in go-karts, so I'm not even going to try, but who knows? Sometimes the underdog can win. Here's another shot of the go-karts here. I am just so surprised. I was really nervous at first because I thought, oh, it's Labor Day holiday. Maybe some kids are, you know, playing hooky from school, but there's like no one here. So this is fantastic. I am looking forward to trying this out. So we're gonna go ahead and get in the go-karts and I will catch up with you all later. Here's another shot of the area. And you'll see again, some boats, but we have some more vehicles over here on this side. This go-kart maze is larger than what I expected. I don't know if you all have run up against this issue, but I have had the experience where, you know, you see something on TV, an attraction, and because, you know, you're looking at the perspective of the television, you think it's going to be large. And as it turns out, it's not that big, and yet the experiences are expensive. This actually looks pretty expansive. So I'm looking forward to trying this out. And once we're done with the experience, I'll share with you all like what I think about it. And again, this is coming from the perspective of being here when there's not a lot of crowds. Checking back in. So we are going to start racing here in the next 10 minutes. So before we get in our go-karts, I wanted to show you all how the process works for those of you all who may be interested in trying out the go-karts at Dezerland. You'll see that they have very clear instructions of like expectations. So essentially what you're going to do first is exactly how it's outlined here. You sign a waiver first, and then you sign up for your race. They give you a cool headscarf. That way you can protect your head and the helmet, and you don't have to feel like paranoid about germs or anything like that. Once your race is about to begin, you come and pick up your helmet, receive a briefing, and then the race is going to start. So you'll see here, there is a place for you to register. So the registration is directly across from the helmet pickup, which is really cool. So once you register, and they have a computer system, it was really fast and easy. You just put in your information, you sign the waiver and the agreement, and then you come over here where it says check-in and helmet pickup, and this is where you pay. So they have an adult track and a kids track. The adult track is $24. I wasn't paying attention to the cost of the kids track, but of course you can look this up online in terms of other details and pricing. And here's another shot of the go-karts. So very easy, very seamless. Didn't experience any issues, and like I said before, you can pick out your headscarf. So let me see if I can actually pull this up. So you get this headscarf here that you can put on your head. They had 4 different colors. I decided to pick the black color. I was going back and forth between that and pink, and I'm like, you know what, let's just do black, and that way I can wash it and I have to worry about it bleeding or anything like that. But I think that's really cool. I didn't even realize that they gave you that. I was telling Whitney when we were registering, like, oh man, I wish had I known that there was a helmet that we would be wearing, I would have like brought my bonnet or something to protect my hair. So that's a happy surprise that this is included. The headscarf is included in your price for the go-kart. So that's really awesome. I'm super grateful and appreciative of that, because a lot of us, I mean, you come over here, you're not thinking, oh, what am I going to use to protect my head from the helmet? Because, you know, a girl's not trying to get lice or dealing with people's funky hair grease or anything like that. Let's just be real. So I'm super thankful that Dezerland provides these options. So that way you feel protected, safe, clean, and not paranoid about who was the last person whose head was in the helmet that you're going to be wearing? A part of the registration includes coming up with a nickname if you want. Of course, y'all, I am going to promote my channel, so you see me at the top, Java and Journeys, but I think it's really cool that they can actually capture your time, especially if you are in a family that's super competitive and you all are like taking this super seriously. I am not taking this seriously. I am here for a good time and to just go around and live my best life. Like I said, my sister and my husband are probably going to crush me at this because they are just more adept at things like this than me. So I'm not going to try to beat them or anything like that. I'm just going to make a few laps and we'll see what my time looks like after we're done with the race. All right, everyone, here are our times. Wow, I told you all. I was trying to drive very cautiously because I was trying to get familiar with the braking system. It was very smooth. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I think the next time I do this, I will be more aggressive. My husband and my sister are giving me some flack because apparently I was a grandma. But listen, I was trying to get used to the track. And by the time I got used to the track and got comfortable, it was already time for us to wrap up. But I had a great time in the experience. It was a lot of fun. I also want to correct a couple of remarks that I made. So the head scarves, that is actually an additional $4, including the price. But the good news is that you can keep it and then you can bring it back, so you don't have to repay that for it. So it's not included in the price. So my husband and sister actually corrected me on that. So my bad, just so you all know. But again, all the pricing is laid out online in their website. It was very comfortable. They will adjust the seat for you on your go-kart. They'll make sure that you're set up and good to go. They're very clear about which go-kart is yours based on the number that's on the left side of the alias or your name that you're using as you're go-karting. So I was very comfortable. I am a, plus size curvy girl, and so I felt very comfortable on the go-kart. There is a weight limit. I believe it's 300 pounds. So if you're over 300 pounds, unfortunately, you won't be able to do it. And honestly, it probably just wouldn't be comfortable. I will say the part that was difficult, because that was my first go-karting experience, the part that was tough to get through a little bit was mostly around the getting out of it. Getting in it, I was fine. But getting out, because the go-kart sits so low, it was not a graceful exit for me. I didn't trip or anything, but I was just like, oh my gosh, thank goodness it's not hard for me to get in and out of these things. But it was just like so hard to where I completely embarrassed myself. But I want to show you all right now. We are headed into the glow in the dark mini golf and arcade. So I am looking forward to checking out the glow golf, and you can see part of the arcade here. Hi. And some of the glow golf. So I just want to show you all, because I take golfing very seriously. I'm going to try to redeem myself, so I won't be filming everything here. I just want to show you all what this looks like, and more than happy to talk about the experience after we're done playing around of glow golf. So I'll catch you all here in a little bit. That was a lot of fun. I came in second. Of course, JD whooped us. He came in first. Whitney came in last. I'm clawing my way slowly back up at the top, but the glow golf was definitely a lot of fun. I think we're actually going to head out and get some lunch. So I just want to show you all what's around the glow golf area. So you saw this as we were walking up, but you had the movies here. I haven't been to the movies in forever. There's nothing really that I have wanted to see at the movie theater. Movies are just so expensive now that my philosophy to go off on just like a mini rant that you all didn't ask for, but I'm here for it. I have had so many terrible experiences at movie theaters. Now, when we lived in Seattle actually had a lot of theater experiences that were strictly 21 and up. I am all for 21 and up theater, and sometimes still people don't know how to act, but I will take that over just the standard general theater, because oftentimes people just don't know how to act. And I don't know if that's because of us coming out of the pandemic. I know that even like we all have our fair share of horror stories. So for me to go to the movies, it will require the movie to be something that is just very unique to me that I have to go see, or it has to be a situation where someone is taking me out, they're treating me to a movie, or it's 21 and up. So those are like my three parameters for going to the movies at this point. I am so comfortable and cozy with my TV setup at home that I'm like, you know what, girl, I'm just going to wait for it to come out because I'm not going to spend 50, 60, $70 to sit around people or kids that don't know how to behave and don't know how to act. Drop down in the comments if you feel the same way. I love the theater experience. I used to absolutely love it. I love the popcorn, getting my frozen Coke or my, candy to go with my popcorn, get my peanut M&Ms or goobers. But people have really, their poor behavior have completely turned me off from the movie. So I will only go to a movie theater to see a movie on those parameters. Anyway, I'm getting off the soapbox now. But if you would like to go to the movies, they have a theater here. This is where we played the glow golf. And then they have the pinball here. I'm going to show you all what the pinball looks like really quickly. They're playing a lot of music, so I'm not going to go in there, but I'll just show you the outside really quick. We do not want to get a copyright strike over here, but it is such a great little pinball area, and they have games even beside the one you can see through the glass. And what's cool about it is that you can just pay a fee and it's all, included. So you're not having to pay as you play, so to speak. I'll actually take you all over here because the music is not as audible on this side. But yeah, you see all the pinball machines and this just looks so cool. I was thinking that we would play some pinball, but like I said, JD's feeling a little hungry, so I think we're gonna go grab some lunch and then head over to the Florida Mall to check out the new Primark store that just opened up. But they even have some games here that you can pay for. So if you have a group of friends and you just want to play a console game, you can come over here and play that. Like I said, I think that's what's great about Dezerland, however you want to pronounce it, is that there is truly something for everyone. They have some pool tables over here. So I'm sure at some point we'll come back and we'll try out the pinball. We love arcade games over here, so I'm looking forward to trying that out at some point. Okay, everyone. Well, thank you for joining me, at least on this leg of the journey. I will catch you all at our next destination. Coming to you from the Great Southern Box Company, which is a food hall I'm super excited to get into. Here is a view. We are going to grab some lunch here, and they have a lot of really cool options that I cannot wait to show you. And I've never been here before, so this is going to be a first for us while we're out today. But peep out the seating area. It is just so cute. Now, of course, with it being hot and humid, I don't think we're going to be spending some time out here, but it's really good to know that if you have a large group and you want to hang out here, you can. There's plenty of seating. We're grabbing a very, very, very late lunch because we have dinner reservations later this evening at 8:30. But I just love the fact that there is just so much seating here. And I'm sure when it's peak time and, it's lunch, perhaps breakfast, I'm sure it's a lot busier. Let's head inside. We are practically at the end of August, but that's really cool that they have a list of events here. Let's see what options we have. I love the graphic art over by the restrooms. It looks like they're expanding. Probably some more food options on this side, but that's under construction. Bathrooms over here. This is very cute. And this is located off of Orange Blossom Trail, which is off of the downtown area, so not too far. And coming from Dezerland, it's about 20 minutes. But I'm just going to take you around so you can see some of the different options. So it's more like a open bar area in the center. And there's just a ton of seating. So you have all sorts of options from Brazilian to Jamaican to Japanese to Indian. Personally speaking, I may be peeping out the Jamaican, and even the seating in here is very plentiful. A lot of options. So it's very cozy. So I am looking forward to trying some different options. We have Cuban, we have kebabs over here. So this should be really good. So taking you back over around the bar, going to see if I can find my husband and sister to see what they would like to eat. They're beautiful. And I will check back in with you all once I can narrow down the option. Okay, I think I am going to do the Kayos Jamaican grill. I am such a huge fan of oxtails. They also have jerk chicken. They have curry goat. Those are my 3 contenders right now. I'm not sure which one to do. But then, so you select your protein, then you select your base, your sides, and your sauce. And you can see the menu right here, so I cannot wait. It has been a long time since I've had some Jamaican. While we are still waiting for part of our order, Whitney just got her food. Check out these chicken wings. What kind of chicken wings are these, Whitney? Just buffalo? With blue cheese dressing? So some buffalo chicken wings with blue cheese dressing, fresh French fries, and also you may have seen the little pastry place that was in the area too. And Whitney got a brownie. I actually ended up getting a cannoli. So we'll see if this is good. The best cannolis, in my opinion, here's the top of it. The best cannolis are in the Northeast. So if you ever find yourself in Boston, I have yet to have any cannolis that are better than what I can get in the Italian district in Boston. But yeah, hopefully our food will be ready here soon. Here is my order. I have the jerk chicken, which should be spicy, cabbage, sweet plantains, mango salsa. I cannot wait to try this. And again, I showed you all the cannoli. My husband, JD, he went to this puffed restaurant, and that's basically where they put a whole lot of different ingredients in some type of a puff pastry. So he actually got the beef stroganoff. They had one that was called a Thanksgiving that was like turkey stuffing and mashed potatoes and, you know, cranberry sauce. And I was almost tempted to get that because I love the thought of a Thanksgiving meal all put in one pastry. But I have not had Jamaican food in a long time. So we are going to try this, as well as I was hoping they had a beef patty, but they were also out of beef patties. So I got the vegetable one instead. So we'll see if this is any good. I will let you all know how all this tastes. The Jamaican food was fantastic. The jerk chicken, perfect level of spice. If you're someone that doesn't like your food too spicy, but you love Jamaican food, I would say don't get the jerk chicken from Kayos. I would probably recommend doing the oxtail, and they tell you on the menu, as you all saw, if something is spicy, if something is mild. I am a spicy girly, so that jerk chicken spiced perfectly. Like, you could taste everything. I also failed to mention that as my base, I picked the rice and peas. Everything was just so flavorful and cooked so well. I literally cannot wait to come back to this place and try the oxtail, maybe try the curry goat. Those were my other two go-tos. I recently cooked some oxtails at home like a month or so ago, so I wanted to just try something different. And I haven't had really good jerk chicken in such a long time, so it was just amazing from start to finish. So I recommend the jerk chicken. I can't recommend the other things just because I haven't had it, but I'm sure if they knocked this one out of the park, I would not be shocked if their other offerings are also equally as great. That particular place as well had like a small line, and some of the other vendors, of course, like they maybe would have like one or two people, but they had like a line of people, so they weren't getting steady customers coming over. So that says something to me. The vegetable pie patty, I wanted to get the beef patty. They're all out of beef patties. Again, we're here mid-afternoon, so I'm not shocked that they're out of beef patties. The vegetable patty was okay. It was actually probably the least favorite part of what I ate. There needed to be more filling in it. It's very flat, but I'll say that the pastry itself baked very well, very flaky, had good flavor. I just felt like I needed more of the vegetable filling. So that was probably my least favorite part of the meal. I am definitely looking forward to trying their beef patties the next time we come out here. But let me tell you, like, 5 out of 5, fantastic, excellent. I definitely am excited to try this place again in the future. I tried my husband's beef stroganoff puff pastry. That was wild. I have never had anything like that. Initially, I thought it would probably taste very bland because you have the noodles baked inside a pastry, but it actually worked. I don't know how it worked, but it did. Everything was really good. Now, for me, that's not something I would order only because you have dough and you have noodles. So it's kind of like a texture thing for me, but the flavors were there. Everything was good. The noodles had like a soft bounciness, so it wasn't like they were super bland or overcooked. That was really good. And especially the kind of like beef stroganoff gravy at the top also had a lot of flavor. So again, I am looking forward to trying something different from that particular vendor. We were just talking about like what are some of the other options we would try, and you all heard me talk about their Thanksgiving puff pastry. I will try that. If that's like an option I ever want to pivot to, especially if we come back here before the Thanksgiving holiday, I would love to try that. Now, the wings. Whitney was not a fan of the wings. I tried them. They are cooked very well. They're just over seasoned. So she ordered buffalo wings. And when I tried one of her wings, again, cooked very well, but it has like a lemon pepper garlic seasoning on it. And if you have buffalo wings, obviously season your wings, but don't overly season them, and be very careful with garlic. I don't even know that I would use garlic at all for buffalo wings. So that's the only thing. I think that the vendor that she had gotten the wings from, the wings were still good. The fries were delicious. The fries were seasoned really well. It's just one of those rare cases where something is over seasoned and the flavor combinations don't make sense. So with buffalo wings, at least from my perspective, I would not use a garlic seasoning with buffalo wings. I also would not use a lemon pepper seasoning with buffalo wings. I think lemon pepper seasoning should be for lemon pepper wings. If you want to use garlic, you can even add a little bit of garlic to that, but you have to be careful about how much garlic. But the wings were tender. They were cooked very well. They were juicy. So if I had a craving for chicken wings, I'd almost be interested in trying one of their other wing combinations to see how good it was. The buffalo was just a little bit over seasoned. So I think that that's pretty much it. Oh, the desserts. The cannoli was good. The crust on the cannoli was crispy, which I was concerned about that because oftentimes places will refrigerate their cannolis, and over time, that outer crust shell becomes very soft. And to me, it changes the whole flavor and the experience of eating a cannoli. If you ever find yourself in Boston, again, I mentioned this, Mike's Pastry, for example, like the Italian district has some of the best Italian desserts, especially when it comes to cannoli. Nothing is going to beat that. This does not beat that at all, but it was good. My cannoli, which I didn't realize this was actually a brownie cannoli, so it had kind of like this chocolate ricotta filling on the inside. It did taste like a brownie. It had the flavor there, but it's very sweet. Very, very, very sweet. So I'll probably take some time working on that cannoli. Whitney's brownie was not really a brownie. It actually tasted more like a cake, very fudgy. So I get where they were probably going with it, but it was more cake than brownie. So not bad, but just not what she expected. So I feel kind of bad in her situation because she got wings that the flavor combination was kind of off. She got a brownie that she thought would be a brownie, but really it's just a fudgy cake. So we'll try something else, and I'm sure she'll pick something different the next time we come out here. But I would definitely recommend, if you find yourself adjacent to the downtown area, off of Orange Blossom Trail, come out to this facility. Like, there's so many different food types. Again, anywhere from Brazilian to Japanese to Greek to Jamaican. There's just something for everyone, even Italian. They had some wood fire pizza that I thought looked really good. But again, as soon as I saw the Jamaican, I was like, done. I don't need to look at anything else. So I am anticipating that we'll come back out here at some point and try something else different. Now, we are going to head over to the Florida Mall. I mentioned this earlier in the video, but we just received a Primark at the Florida Mall. It's brand new, and they have a whole floor that's dedicated to Disney swag and merchandise. So we're going to check that out. Hopefully it's not too crazy crowded. It is a Friday. A lot of people are now like getting off of work at this point, kicking off the Labor Day weekend. So we'll see. If it's too crazy busy, I won't really film too much in there. But if it's not, too hectic, hopefully we can get some shots, show you what Primark looks like. And then we'll head over to our dinner reservation. See you all soon. All right, everyone, we have made it over to the Florida Mall. We are going to check out Primark. Of course, we are kicking off the Labor Day holiday weekend, so hopefully it won't be too crazy in there. But I'll tell you what, the parking over by Primark is insane. So, we'll go in, we'll see. I've seen a lot of people coming out with Primark bags, like just throughout the mall. So looking forward to seeing what they have. have left the Florida Mall. We are now back on Disney property at Fort Wilderness. We are going to go to the Hoop-Dee-Doo. What is it? Hoop-Dee-Doo? Zippity-Doo-Dah? The Hoop-Dee-Doo Revue. I have never been here at Fort Wilderness. It's very peaceful and serene. I am not like a camp girly, but I love the vibe here. They have a stable with horses, and it's just so peaceful. So to get to the restaurant, and this is just good information for anyone who is not staying at Fort Wilderness, but maybe you're driving in or you're coming through to go to the restaurant, what you have to do is take a bus to get over to the area where the Hoop-Dee-Doo Revue is located. So you have to plan for a lot of time. So our reservation is for 8:30 p.m. It is now close to 7:30. So you want to make sure you give yourself at least 30 minutes to catch the bus, get over there, and then depending on when your reservation is, you want to get there 30 minutes before, so that way they can, check you in, get you settled at your table. So we'll see what the experience is like, but here is the bus depot area. So we're going to hang out, wait for the bus, and catch you back when we get closer to the restaurant. Gotten off the bus. We are headed over to Pioneer Hall, where the Hoop-Dee-Doo Revue is going to be located. We're here a little bit early, so I think we're just going to walk around and scope out what Pioneer Hall looks like, check out the area, and then we will get in line to check in for our reservation. It is a very lovely evening. It's actually not too crazy hot right now. It's cooled down a little bit. The sun is starting to set, thankfully. I was looking at myself while we were at Primark, and I was just like, man, this humidity is doing a number on my hair. I feel like a mess, but this is what it's like to live here. You just kind of deal with the heat, humidity, and you just go with it, and you don't let it impact your ability to have a good time and get out. Right, and I think I see where we are expected to check in. Hi. And here is Pioneer Hall. This is the outside area. Here are some folks sitting out with some picnic tables that are over here. And it looks like there is a restaurant called Trails End located over in Pioneer Hall as well. Again, I'm looking forward to the show, and as someone who's never been over here by Fort Wilderness, I just think this is such a peaceful area and a place that feels very serene, and I could totally see myself coming out here. We have some rocking chairs over on this porch, and then you just get a beautiful view of the water. This is just so lovely to me. And as we were driving up, we passed by some campgrounds. So there were a lot of RVs, campers out, and my husband was telling me that you can also rent golf carts if you are on property. So I did see some folks with golf carts, and I actually see some parked over across the way. ironically enough. So yeah, I think that if you are someone that really likes to camp, or you like the camp cabin theme, certainly Fort Wilderness should be one of those places that I would assume you'd want to think about and check out. We are going to head into the trading post to see what's in there. And again, I would recommend get here early. That way you don't have to feel rushed. Hi. Oh, thank you. Oh.
I'm sorry, guys. You're fine. You're fine. No, we gotta go over here. I was gonna go check out that bag.
And what a nice touch. I've noticed that there are cast members that have been just so wonderful at greeting us, and because we're here, of course, at the resort, they've been saying welcome home, and I just think it does make you feel like you're at home. Being here, I'm like, it feels very tempting to want to just stay on property and just sit on a rocking chair and enjoy the view. This is a very nice little Disney store, and they have some cute merch that I've actually never seen. And I think that this is another great thing that Disney has been very thoughtful about, is that some of the resorts are going to have merchandise that you can only get at that resort. So it keeps things very fresh, so you don't feel like you're seeing the same things everywhere. And I love the Chip and Dale socks. Those are so cute with the acorns. And we have a little spot with some Halloween merch. And then, of course, if you forgot anything, and depending on your room type and what amenities you have in your room, they have a lot of food that you can get here. And actually, just noticed, let's take a look at some of the at-home merchandise, which I think is such a cute line. There are so many things here that I have thought about getting, potentially. I especially love, like, this is so cute. I was going to say I especially love the cutting board, and my sister actually has this mug. So I am going to continue to look around, and we'll catch back up when it's time to check in for our reservation at the Hoop-Dee-Doo Revue. Alright, so we just made it into the Hoop-Dee-Doo Revue. We have a great seat, so it pays to get here early. I'll show you all the view from our table, which is located in the second row area. Or I should say the second grouping. So there's three groupings, or three levels you can pick from in terms of groupings. The main level, which is, the families that are sitting pretty much like center stage, and then you have the second tier, which is us, which is around this kind of like outer ring. And then you have a third tier, which is upstairs. So I was concerned about what the viewing experience would be like upstairs, so we were able to get this second grouping, but our dinner, of course, was a little bit later, which I am okay with because we didn't have to rush today. So I'm excited, and just to show you all a little bit of what the menu looks like. So it is all you can eat, family style. And what I am excited about is that they actually have some unlimited alcoholic selections. So I am probably going to be getting the red sangria. And then of course, as we sit down, we have like our salad here and cornbread. And again, great view. So I will check in with you all periodically just to show you what the food is like, talk about the experience. So while we are munching on our salad, I just want to show you all, I would get up, but I don't want to get in the way of the cast members who are waiting on us because they are working really hard and going through the aisle. So I just want to be very cognizant to not be obstructionist. But you see the second level up there, and while I think it would be an interesting view depending on where you're sitting, I was just very concerned, especially if you end up being sat around those poles up there. So I would encourage you all, if you want to get reservations here, try to get either in the first group seating or the second group seating, because I think you may have better visibility. But at the end of the day, I've heard so many great things about this show. And so, you know, if you are just prioritizing the show and for you, you're like, you know what, it doesn't really matter, then go for it. And there's not that big of a price difference too between the second group seating versus the third at the, you know, top floor here. I think there was just like a $10 difference. So if you can get the second group seating, go for it. But this is just to give you an overall idea of what the space looks like. If you all can hear me while the performers are performing, we also brought out our food. We have some macaroni and cheese, ribs and chicken, and baked beans, and mashed potatoes, along with coleslaw that was with the salad, and of course cornbread. We are going to tuck in and enjoy the show. All right, everyone, so we are mostly through the first part of the meal. There is a strawberry shortcake for dessert, but I'll have to say that it's very solid. The show has been super enjoyable so far. I'll talk a little bit more candidly about my thoughts because I want to see the full thing before I make any judgments, but so far we are having a great time. The food is solid. I really feel like we're getting our money's worth right now. That's always sometimes a concern with me with Disney, but this has really been an enjoyable experience. The show is about to start back up. We'll check in with you real soon.
put your right hand down. It's good. Yeah, put your right hand down. That's my good side. Yeah, put your right hand down. Hashtag Dolly's hips, okay? Yeah, you do the hokey pokey.